People don't know what is coming with it. They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed.
You don't know law. You don't know law. Your own constitution you don't respect. Supreme Court judgment you don't respect. Then why are we in the court of law? Why are we in the court of law, I ask? Nonsense. You think Britain can ask you to jail me and you jail me? You are dreaming. You are dreaming. I'm telling you that you are dreaming. Nonsense.
Information reaching me this evening regarding to Nnamdi Kanu case file. Missing again. This tells you how incompetency Nigeria, the Supreme Court, even the Nigerian government, the incompetency they are. Imagine a case file that was just filed the other day within the space of 2 days, and the case is missing again. Just imagine that. That means that an Omotosho are looking for all possible means to hang Nnamdi Kanu, not just to sentence him to prison, but just to hang him. You understand? But I love God for one thing, because when it was submitted to them, everybody endorsed their own signature, including Kekereku in the Supreme Court, to show that yes, that she received it. And which Nnamdi Kanu had a copy with him, even on the 20th of this very month of November in this year of 2025, in the court. The file Nnamdi Kanu trust him, he will bring it out. So if court could not see their own, they will go and look for it. But what I'm seeing here is another drama of postponement on that very day of 20th. I'm seeing another postponement, postponing the case again. Because how can you say that the case file, that the file that you just filled within the space of 2 days, which you sign, that is missing again? That means the federal government have an agent, insider, planted in a court, making sure that they remove the case file in order to continue prolonging this issue. Because Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. And that was why he wrote to the Supreme Court. He went to the office of the CJN in person of Kekereku for her to know that this judgment, because it is very, very illegal to use a law that is not in existence or that is not written to judge a case, is an illegal and is something that ridicules a nation. So Nnamdi Kanu went to remind her, for her to know as a Supreme Court judge, the chief judge of the Federation, and she should know the implication and what it is if the judgment, illegal judgment, should be carried on according to Nigerian plan with a motor shop. You understand? So now, after filing, and that very day you could see many people there hailing him, all those kind of kudos and whatsoever, the freedom they channel. Everybody was happy to see him, that we are even willing, if opportunity was even given, to come and hug him, to come and collect some pictures with him, that kind of stuff. So this kind of person, and what happened that day, are shown to Kekereku, because Kekereku was shocked seeing him in her office. So then they have realized that this man called Nnamdi Kanu is the voice of the voiceless, and is a man of the people, that the choice is a choice of Nigerians. Is the kind of people that many Nigerians wish, if it will be possible, that it should be the president, Nigerian life president. You understand? Which is not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible because as it stands now, we are leaving this country. IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, the Biafran nation must exit Nigeria, because Nigeria is a corrupt nation, it's a corrupt country, it's a name that has no meaning in our language, in our dialect. Despite the differences of our dialect in this country, yet it has no meaning. You understand? So they have removed the file so that Omotosho will stand on that 20th to deny the file of Nnamdi Kanu to the Supreme Court. You see why the case was removed. So Tinubu should be held responsible, and Omotosho plus Wike. These are the people that should be held responsible regard to this, because I will not call Gumina. Gumina is not in the country. Gumi don't run for his dear life. It's now in Turkey. Rufai too don't run to Qatar. So all these people now, they are, you know, on their run. Maybe another person, I don't know if he's still in the country, Sultan of Sokoto, the one that threatened, that fears Bola Ahmed Tinubu so much. You understand? You know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very, very scared of them. Yes. So that's why all these games are playing like this. But let's watch and see what we play on the 20th, which I know Omotosho doesn't have what it takes to name as Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't have what it takes. Before you judge somebody, you must judge the person according to the law. And a situation whereby your judgment doesn't have a procedures of the Constitution, neither does it have a law that backs it up. So what are you doing? What are you doing, and what are you saying, and what are you there doing? It means that you don't really know what you are doing as a judge. Yeah, you cannot use a law that does not exist to pass a judgment on somebody. It's not done anywhere in the world. So on the 20th is another drama, and I trust my Nnamdi Kanu. So if the case file is missing, you are going to see another English. As an Englishman that he is. On the 20th is going to be full of drama.
But is this a game? Because we've seen that Nnamdi Kanu has said how we don't know the law that we're using to try Nnamdi Kanu, and at the same time,
it is not a repair law. And this law, let me tell you, my dear brother, this law was the law that they removed in favor of late Muhammadu Buhari, the chief terrorist. And the current terrorist that is in existence in Nigeria, in person of Rufai, Gumi, and what of them, Sultan of Sokoto, and the rest. It was in Nigerian constitution before, but later removed in order to favor this group of men. And I will tell you this, go in 2014, when they were plotting on how to make Jonathan government, according to the saying of late Muhammadu Buhari, ungovernable. They went to Mighty Allah. This thing I'm telling you, as Ribadu, the former EFCC boss. They went to Mighty Allah and they demanded for 2,000 all these Fulanis. And they migrated from Mali, Niger, Senegal, Gambia, and other part of Africa down to this place. Instead of the 2,000 that they requested, they doubled it to 4,000. And when they initially came, they divide themselves between Niger and the Chad. Are you hearing me? And the Chad. This is a fact check. So after doing this, they were providing them what they wanted. Until 2015, before the election, all of them traveled down to Nigeria here to have their training in Boronu, which Ekiti State was one of the states that they used in training. Are you hearing me? Sokoto and the rest, the northern part and Ekiti, was the states, the places that they used to do their training, and they supplied them major arms. Do you understand? So when they now came at the end of the day, Jonathan just gave up the ghost. Oh yeah, Muhammadu Buhari carry go. So the major plan and the major target was not actually come to pass. They didn't succeed because what they expected was not what they saw. So after this, they decided to ask them to leave, and which they refused, saying that they have come from a far place, that they needed to be compensated, they needed to be settled. Remember last week that they complained that the Nigerian government promised them and Nigerian government failed them. Do you understand? So they were acting based on a failed contract. So they demanded through the mighty Allah, which chief negotiator Sheikumi negotiated with the Federal Republic of Nigerian government under the watch of late Muhammadu Buhari, and the 150 billion was the conclusion, of which at the end of the day, Nigerian government could not meet up 150 billion, but they were able to meet up to 100 billion that was given to them for them to go, yet they refused to go. Instead of going, they used that money to acquire more arms and stand Kiribam in Nigeria, saying that Muhammadu Buhari told them Nigeria is their country, that the British came, and when they were about to leave, they handed the power unto them that are the Fulanis. You see how why Nigeria is into this problem. They now remove that law against terrorism in order for them to be acting without a law to judge them. And now the same law was the law that they wanted to use now against Nnamdi Kanu. You see why Nnamdi Kanu, foul, it cannot work.
But do you think that now Nnamdi Kanu filing another 550 million naira suit against
that one is against the doctors?
Yes, against the doctors. Yeah, against the doctor. Do you not think this is another means of prolonging this case? Do you think that November 20th will be the final judgment?
No, it's not going to. That one is
because Nnamdi Kanu is saying, since they are still unsettled matter to settle, why is the Nigerian government and Judicial wanting to quickly give final judgment? Is it that they are in a haste to finally scump Nnamdi Kanu to prison?
This. Whether they convince Nnamdi Kanu on the 20th or not, that file suit against the 10 fake quack Nigerian doctors who gave that fake result concerning his health, the case continues. It has no business to do with the case that Nnamdi Kanu is currently facing with Omotosho. That one is a different case on its own. So those doctors will face their own, and they will pay for damages for those four, because they have never, according to him, he said these 10 doctors has never for once checked on him, not to talk more of testing him, running any test or taking any blood test to go and run. And they just quickly, because of the money that Nigerian government give to them, they quickly wrote a report about his health condition and pass it. So, and it is very, very dangerous to human rights and to Nnamdi Kanu health, because the thing now makes Kanu to suffer more deteriorated health than how it should have suffered. So on that note, he's standing to sue them, and they will stand to pay for that. And it will be a lesson and a record in Nigeria and to Nigerian medical doctors, so that they shouldn't play with their certificate. They shouldn't allow Nigeria to use them to carry out what evil activities, because you see, there are 3 people you dare not lie to. And that is why when I see them telling lies, it baffles me. Number 1 is your doctor. You don't lie to doctors. Tell your doctor the truth. Number 2, your lawyers. You don't lie to your lawyers. Tell your lawyer the truth as it happened, so that he or she will know how to defend you. You understand? Then the last person, which is the 3rd people, are your spiritual fathers. You can call them pastors, you can call them, but so far you take them as your spiritual fathers, do not lie to them. These are the 3 people. And those offices are very, very crucial and critical to human life. So for them playing with Nnamdi Kanu life with that kind of bunch of lie report, it means that they have already killed Nnamdi Kanu before his time. They killed him before his time. So that is what it means. Of which they have already conducted his burial before his death. So, and on this note, they will pay for it, for making that mistake or allowing themselves to be used by Nigerian government.
Well, I have been, as a researcher, I've been going through the laws to see the law that say that a lawyer cannot protest or participate in protest against injustice, or when the right of his client is being violated. I'm here to see the law. Assuming that there is a law, that law cannot be applied as a valid law, because the Constitution said any law that contravenes any provisions of the Constitution, that particular law should be in abeyance. Now, having said that, we are not protesting, asking court to give us judgment. Get it right. We never protested against any issue that has to do with court.
The hashtag is free Nnamdi Kanu. So what are you protesting for?
I'm coming.
Okay.
So we are now asking that free Nnamdi Kanu now, because your actions, we are not talking about the executive, towards discriminating against him. What do we mean? Now let me start from the judicial angle. Courts, 5 courts, 2 foreign courts and 3 local courts has given judgment in favor of Nnamdi Kanu against federal government. 1 even awarded 1 billion naira in his favor against federal government. The other one awarded 500 million naira in his favor against federal government. Court of Appeal, the 3-man panel, they discharged Nnamdi Kanu, and federal government refused to comply with that law until after close to 2 weeks. They now remember that they can file no stay of execution. Then they file it in court and went to Supreme Court. Now, that one is on that. Now, the president now, instead of looking at all these issues, rather what the president did is this. He now directed the police and the army to go to the north, to go and negotiate and discuss with bandits. And all of us saw it with our naked eyes. Those who are committing the act. Secondly, the president now come back and see all those people. Court said, you are a murderer, you should die by hanging. You are a drug addict, you should serve sentence. President came back and pardoned all of them. And said that when you talk about that of Nnamdi Kanu, they said that one is in court. Now, Miriam Sanda, her own matter is still pending at the Supreme Court. The president did not even ask the lady, go and withdraw your appeal at the Supreme Court before I will consider you, simply because she's from the north.
All right.
Now, when you see all these things, you see that this is a discrimination against Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbos, which is against Section 42 of the Constitution, which say that you don't discriminate against anybody because of his religion.
Understand? So there should be tension. There should be problem. There should be serious issue in Aso Rock. Tinubu and Co need to run Zigiza. They need to run Heta-Sketa. Yes. Akpabio, Shetima need to run Heta-Sketa. Akpabio, them, they need to cry. There is a serious, because this is the reason. Brother, based on the question for me this very moment, yeah, the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu is a serious threat to the national unity of Nigeria. But before I forge ahead, is Nigeria united? If Nigeria is a country that is united, I don't think that there will be anybody called like Nnamdi Kanu. I don't think there will be anything called threat. I don't think there should be anything Nnamdi Kanu causing havoc into the society. But because we don't have the unity, because we are not being treated equally, no equity, no fairness in the country, some people are more better than the other, regarded and respected and honored and valued more than each other. You see why Nnamdi Kanu now rise up. And moreover, there is something I would like you to know today, in case you don't know, or maybe you might have forgotten, that when Nnamdi Kanu started this case, this struggle, Nnamdi Kanu never come to Nigeria to divide Nigeria. He came to Nigeria to make Nigeria a very societal, vibrant nation, a nation to be reckoned with all over the world, to stand as #1, even better than America. But Nigeria, being a country, they don't really understand what Nnamdi Kanu is all about. They decided to see Nnamdi Kanu as another Wazirike who has come with the platform of Biafra to make what? To make money for his own personal selfish interest. You understand? But quite unfortunate, they are seeing it like that, but now they are seeing it in another angle because they pushed him to that, to the level that it is now. Yeah, Shetima need to be in trouble. Shegumi need to be troubled. Sultan of Sokoto need to be troubled because the whole thing has gone out of hand. It is no longer in the hand of Nigerian judiciary, neither is it in the hand of Nigerian government to control. Do you get the point? Even the thing now is falling out of the British hand to manage. Because everything the way they thought that they can just silent Nnamdi Kanu, fold Nnamdi Kanu, just like the way Nigeria folded the Salowiwa of Ogoniland. But now as they stand, you will see that Nnamdi Kanu used the truth to do what? To conquer the nation called Nigeria. How can you have a lot to favor the terrorists in a nation just because of some personal and some side influence in a particular tribe in Nigeria? Now you are using now you remove it. Now you want to use that law to charge against somebody that you tag terrorist. Had it been that they use another word against Nnamdi Kanu, that could have been better. But to them using that word terrorism that does not exist in the constitution, you see where Nnamdi Kanu hold them on their necks. Yeah, there should be a motion and there should be commotion and there should be a serious problem because the way as it stands now, they have tried to negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu politically. They have tried to bribe him. They have tried to do everything humanly in their capacity to silence Nnamdi Kanu. So as it stands now, it is no longer workable. It is no longer workable. So I could remember the statement on Yeson Wike. He said that whenever you go to Nnamdi Kanu, all you could hear is Biafra or nothing. And even that they use the political situation system earlier with Nnamdi Kanu, I believe that the situation wouldn't have gotten to the level where it is today. You understand me? And that is the mistake of Nigeria. Because I was saying at that time that the people Nigerian government doesn't have a common sense. But no common sense that is common. Every sense is not common. It is very, very bad time. I say if I happen to be the president of this country, do you know what I will do? When I see that Nnamdi Kanu is proving stubborn, do you know what? I will give him a special invitation. And I will give him invitation of going and coming. I will give him a special attention. Give him a presidential treatment. How do I do that? I will call him, okay, come, invitation, right in my office. If possible, I will take him to my own house as a president. Give him that honor based on what I am looking for. Do you know what I will do? You were complaining of something. You say Uguta, Seaport or whatsoever, Niger Delta, Enugu Vibrant and what have you. All these things, how do you intend to do it? How do you intend to plan it? You say that your people have been marginalized. How do we do it for this thing, for you to drop this? For these things to everybody to, stay together as one. I know he will like to, pay attention to that and he would like you to attend to it. How do you do it? You now said, okay, I want Uguta to be the... Remember this seaport, the one in both, they call it Naipo or whatsoever in Calabar and all those areas. It was working before. You understand? They were using it before in Nigeria. Before they later abandoned it because it's from the eastern region. So they want to use it as a punishment. So how do you intend to do? Then okay, now I will give it to you as a contract. You become the contractor or the supervisor of this. You understand? If it's now go town, go and do it. Do you have any company for that? Go for it. I will give it to him as an assignment. You understand? But I told him by the time you go and look for the company and everything, okay, yeah, let's start work on that. Before he could finish, supervise it, before he could finish that, my tenure don't expire. Do you understand? At least I've given him one. It will not give him room to be busy thinking on how to, to convince people or to educate people or to lighten people up or to throw 1 or 2 points, to brainwash or to a kind of make people to realize whom they are. Because Nigeria sees it as a brainwasher. But I tell you that he educates people. You understand? He will not have that time. He will use all that time to run for the program of that Uguta or whatsoever project which he is standing for. Do you understand? By doing it, before you know it, you do one out of maybe 10, 6. You give him one. By the time you give him one, you are now in a way silencing him. You understand? Not by using for you want to kill him, you want to do this, you want to no. Play it as a card with him. Then another thing on your 8 years expire. Enugu vibrant, Enugu is already developed. What do you need to do? You just 1 or 2 touches of and make that international airport a vibrant finish. Kanu, and you can see, yes, I agree with you. One seaport that is already there, what you need is just maybe a kind of renovation or service. Everything is that. Bangam, you remove your hand. I have other things on the table. Let me attend to that. Kanu will not, even if he want to talk, nobody will listen to him again. He will not gather follower because as he stand now, that is why they are afraid. Because if Kanu should come outside now, anything he utter, you understand? People will go ahead. In the instant, the Biafrans will go ahead. Even fowl. I mean, fowl and lizard in Biafra land. Even the aged mothers and aged fathers, they listen to him and they believe in him. They trust him more than even the governors. Do you get it now? You see why they are afraid. And they are the cause. Nigerian government are the cause. The Fulanis are the cause. The government are the cause. So why are they afraid? And as it stands now, take a look at what plays in the court. Do you know that that thing reduced Nigeria to 0? Especially in our judiciary. It doesn't supposed to. Because we do what? We use hatred. We use marginalization. We use intimidation. We use negligence. What can he do? And that is what is playing down Nigeria before the international communities. You understand? So there should be tension. There should be problem. There should be serious issue in Aso Rock. Tinubu and Co need to run Zigiza. They need to run Heta-Sketa. Yes. Akpabio, Shetima need to run Heta-Sketa. Akpabio, them, they need to cry. There is a serious... Because this is the reason. And that is why I took my time to pick the point one after the other to drop it on the platform, on this platform. For those that will listen, those that will watch, let them see the reason why Aso Rock is scattered.
But do you think that that time the senators, come out and debate over this before November 20th? Because, this matter is being watched globally. We've seen the UN come out talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We've seen, other top politicians around the world talk about. Do you not think this matter can cause chaos in Nigeria if it's not well attended to?
The matter is already causing chaos in Nigeria. Because even as I speak to you, the NATO, the US, and the UN, they had a secret meeting here in Nigeria. They came to Nigeria and they had their secret meeting on how to free Nnamdi Kanu. Remember before now the UN have won Nigeria several occasions to free Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? You remember several occasions. UN Working Committee in 2022. You understand? So all these things, since Nigeria is still proving adamant, and I want to put it to you that as we speak now, Israel has officially opened up for Biafra. Are you hearing me? And the UK sent a delegate to go and meet Benjamin Netanyahu. With Benjamin Netanyahu and France, he turned them down. In case you don't know, go and do your findings. He turned their plane on air, turned them down. That he doesn't want. You understand? All these things are the game. They have already rehearsed and ready for this. Coming on 20th. Waiting for Nigeria. And there is another thing that people don't understand. See, the EU now, people like, remember the NATO chief, Gunter, Gunter, or whatever they call his name, by the grace of God. Him have already advised Donald Trump, instead of using military action against Nigeria, he should just go straight and recognize Biafra. That was his own humble advice to Donald Trump. Then, as we speak now, the Hungary secretary, the parliament of Hungary now, as an EU parliament, in person of as Badej, now is now complying. Is now complying for the recognition of Biafra. Then the Austria secretary, Austria, not Australia, Austria secretary in person of OVP, Dr. Gudrun. Dr. Gudrun, as Dr. Gudrun